everyone. Now we are going to see our final keyword in Java. So when we declare variable, method or class as a final variable, is used for restricting the user on variable methods and class. For example, if we declare any variable as a final, then the variable value cannot be changed, which means it's a constant. Then we call those variables are called as a constant variables. For example, if I declare string final string name equal to intellect, then a name value cannot be modified. Similarly, when we declare any method as a final method, then method overriding is not possible for that particular method. Similarly, if a class is declared as a final class, then inheritance is not possible. So the final keyword, if you use final keyword on variable, then the variable is called as a constant variable. And if you use a final keyword on method, then the method cannot be overridden. And if you use the variable a final keyword on a class, then the class cannot be inherited. So let's see an example now in Eclipse. So I created a package called final keyword. Here I'm going to create a class called car. Okay. So here I'm going to create a variable public final string speed of the car equal to, I'm going to give 200 kilometers. So the speed of any car is 200. I declared the speed of the variable is 200 kilometers. Let's try to call this inside the main method. So to avoid creating an object, I'm just making this variable as a static. If you didn't give static, we need to get an object. So to avoid that scenario, I'm just making this variable as a static variable, static final. Okay. So I don't want to create object here. So I can directly access the speed variable inside the main method. If you didn't declare static, then create an object for the car class, and then you can able to access speed variable here. Okay. So I'm going to access the speed equal to, trying to change the value 300 kilometers. I changed the value from 200. Initially, when it was in class level, the speed value is 200 kilometers. I call the method inside the main method, and I'm trying to replace the value 200 with 300. Okay, but here it is showing some error. So if you mouse over, it is showing the final field car speed cannot be assigned, which means once you declare any variable final and you declared any value, then this value cannot be replaced. So whenever you call speed, the value will be 200. We cannot able to replace the value of this variable. So this is called the final keyword in variable. If you declare any variable as a final keyword, then the value of the variable is constant. We cannot able to change it. Okay. Okay, next, go for next example. I'm going to create another method here, public final void get color, get the car color. Okay, I'm just creating a method. All cars are red in color. Okay, now I'm going to create another class. Consider like I'm creating a class called BMW car. BMW. So in BMW also, it's going to have same method as the car class. Okay, so BMW extends to achieve method overriding. We need to extend the parent class, right? So that is why I'm extending the cars class. And here we have this method. I'm just copying this. Instead of final, I'm just replacing this. See here, it is not allowing me to create a get color method because this method is a final method. I cannot able to override this method. If I remove this final, then it will accept. According to method overriding concept, two class can have same method name, same method signature. One logic can be different, right? But if I declare, since BMW extends cars, car class and BMW is having get color method, But if the parent class, in the parent class, I'm making this method as a final, then method overriding is not possible. I cannot able to create a same method get color in BMW car. So when we declare any method as a final, then this method cannot be overridden. This is another point. Okay. Next thing. Let me comment this here also and here also. So now we have seen final variable cannot be modified. It is constant always, and final method cannot be overridden. We have seen this. Next final thing is a final class. Prevent inheritance. Now what we have done, car class is not a final class. So BMW extends car. So BMW extends cars means here is the inheritance we applied, right? BMW is a child class which inherits the car class. Now I'm going to change the car class as a final class. So I added a keyword called final class cars. If you see, open the BMW which extends car, it is showing error. Now type BMW cannot subclass of final car class. So since car class, we made the car class as the final keyword, BMW cannot extend the car class. Okay. So the final class cannot be inherited. This is a final class. Final is a class which cannot be inherited. I cannot able to inherit the final class. So this is the use of final keyword in Java. Whenever you declare a variable, the value is constant. Whenever you declare a method, overriding is not possible. Whenever you declare class as final, then inheritance is not possible. Okay. Thank you.